Bali, everything else is cheap except for transportation, you guys. Food, accommodation. Hi guys, hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Zama. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Alright, so today on this video I'm just going to be breaking down my whole Bali traveling experience. Hopefully I could share some of the useful tips for my solo travelers out there. Alright, when I went to Bali I was also traveling by myself. Alright, so please note that my trip to Bali was actually not planned, you guys. I woke up this one night, it was about 3 a.m. Alright, I was just thinking to myself, you know, I came to Taiwan when I was like about 17, 18, and I went to language school. I studied in language school and I graduated in language school. I started university. Immediately after that, graduating, I started working. So I never really took a break in between, like, you know. So I was like, and then after graduating I literally started my business. So I've been so occupied and so busy. So I was thinking to myself, you know what, let me just take a small holiday, like, given the fact that it's actually Chinese New Year, we have like these 10 days off. So I was like, let me just go on vacation. And that's how my whole Bali vacation came about, you guys. And I was just looking around which is the nearest country to visit around Taiwan, and I did think about going to Thailand, but I was like, you know what, let me go to Bali first, because I could always go to Thailand like any other time. But I was like, you know what, let me pick Bali for now. And then I don't want to lie, guys, during my whole planning, like during that time, like I literally planned for one day. I did not do proper research, and that affected my trip when I got to Bali, because first of all, the places that I booked were so far from the like tourist attraction areas that I wanted to visit. Because when I got to Bali, like, I remember I flew out of Taiwan on a Wednesday and I got to Bali on a Thursday. I flew out at Wednesday night and then I got to Bali at the next day morning. And then when I got there in the morning, I took a ferry to Nusa Penida. By the way, a ferry is like the fast speed boat. Yes, there is a ferry. And I managed to go get a driver from one of the friends that I was traveling with. I met them at the airport. So their driver actually was able to take me to the port, and that's where I got my ferry to go to the island that I was going to visit for the first 3 nights. Yeah, that's where I was spending. The island is called Nusa Penida. Absolutely beautiful, you guys. If you are planning to visit Bali, I do recommend that you spend a day or two in Nusa Penida, just to calm yourself down before the partying and stuff. I don't regret my decision of actually going to Nusa Penida first. I remember when I got there, I literally spent the first day, I didn't go anywhere. I was just in my villa, just around the area, just, you know, coming down. I requested a massage, like a person like came to my room, they gave me a massage, those famous Bali massages. It was such like it was just a good experience, you guys. And after that I wanted to go to a lot of places, and then the problem started, you guys. Bali, everything else is cheap except for transportation, you guys. Food, accommodation, everything else is cheap, you guys. But when it comes to transportation, everything is so flipping expensive. Like, you could literally go to a place that is so close to you, but you will end up paying a lot of money, especially if you are traveling by yourself. Right, so I wanted to go to places like Diamond Beach. I will insert a video here. Diamond Beach. I wanted to go to a lot of, like, it's called Klinkling Beach. Also, like, I had to get transportation. So for this part, you guys, I would recommend for you to actually book a place that is close to these areas, because when I was booking, I didn't have all these places in mind. I actually, when I got there, I asked, where do people go here, like where are the famous tourist spots, and then they told me, oh, you need to go to Diamond Beach. And then looking at that, actually I booked a place that was an hour away from Diamond Beach. So I ended up having to pay so much money on transportation just to get there. All right, so that is the first thing that you should avoid. Avoid booking places that are far away from the distance, like the places that you want to visit, in order to just cut cost, so that you literally have to walk, or even if you're getting a cab, you just need to take that ride for like 10 minutes in order to get to your destination, you know what I mean? So yeah, after that I spent the 3 days in Nusa Penida. I went to all these places. I was like, you know what, despite the fact that I have to pay so much money, it's okay, because I mean, I'm already here, I might as well go to these places. So I went to all these places, and then I came back. I remember I left Nusa Penida after that day, like because I had booked another place in Ubud, and then I stayed in Ubud for 4 days. Was it 5 days? I think it was 5 days. I stayed in Ubud. And would I recommend for people to book places in Ubud? Yeah, I would, because but I wouldn't recommend for people to book like so many nights like I did, because I feel like although Ubud does have a lot of activities that you could try out, I went to the monkey forest, but it's not everybody who likes those kind of places. Maybe some people just want to explore these beach clubs, and Ubud does not really offer a lot of those like clubs and stuff. So I would recommend maybe going to Kuta, and unfortunately I didn't get a chance to go to Kuta because it was just too far. And I went to Seminyak, yeah, Seminyak, and the beach club, they are amazing. I had a great time. I wish I had actually booked a place there, but I feel like I will go back to Bali, but this time around it will be properly planned. Like all these tips that I'm telling you guys about, I am going to implement them myself during my next trip. All right, after I got back from my trip, I did get some DMs from my friends. I have a friend from Australia, Adriana. She was hitting me up. She was also actually planning to go to Bali like a week after I left. And then she was asking me, hey Zama, where to go and stuff. So I was like, yeah, you should go to these places and make sure that, you know, because transportation. But you know, lucky thing about her is the fact that she went there with a couple of friends, so like already her costs were kind of like cut because they could share like the prices and stuff. The problem I feel like is when you are alone, like you need to literally get the whole cab by yourself, and it can be quite pricey, especially given the fact that you're not just going to go to one place, you get what I mean? You're going to move from one place to another. Yeah, and I am going to share about the accident that I had when I was in Bali, just not in this video. All right, yeah, I ended up getting into an accident, but that's a story for another day, you guys. I don't want to make this video too long. So yeah, please, when you are going there, also another thing that I was told to do but I ignored it, getting sunscreen, you guys. The sunburn in Bali is serious. All right, I underestimated it. I never carried a sunscreen. I was like, what, me, a whole African, like carry sunscreen for what? I know it's ignorance, guys, pure ignorance, but I did it. And when I tell you, my skin has not recovered. Like there was severe sunburn. So please do carry sunscreen. Make sure that the places that you are booking, they are close to the places that you want to visit. And also, what else do you need to do? Another thing, you guys, you need to make sure that you have enough currencies. Like maybe you can carry your money in USDs when you are going there, because ATMs, they will show you flames. They will show you frames, you guys. I struggled so much with cash, like because I could use my card to swipe at shops, like in shops, but like there were some places that I wanted to visit, like maybe like tourist attraction areas, and those places were not accepting cards. They were only accepting cash. And during my first like 3 days in Nusa Penida, I spent quite a lot of my cash there, like, you know, going around places, because I didn't think that I would struggle with cash since I have my MasterCard and my Visa card, like they're all international. But guys, when I literally needed to use the cards, I had to call my bank here in Taiwan, and they told me no, because you were supposed to tell us before you left the country so that we could open this function for you. I was like, because when I was using the ATMs, I actually used the PIN code that I used in Taiwan. I forgot that I had the 4 digits that I'm supposed to use when I'm overseas, so they locked my card, so I could only swipe. Luckily I could still swipe, you know. I'm really grateful for the part. So what I ended up having to do, you guys, if I go to eat a meal, I will have my meal, pay for my meal, and I would literally have to pay for a table that is next to me in order to get cash. You know, I would just ask them, hey, can I settle your bill so that I can get the cash? Because if I go to the ATM, the money would just not come out. So yeah, that was another thing, you guys. Make sure that you bring enough cash, put it in, like convert it into US dollars and just keep it, all right? So that, because another thing is, if you convert it to the Indonesian currency, you convert too much money, it fluctuates a lot. So you might, when you are coming back to Taiwan or to your country, whether you're traveling from South Africa, like when you're going back to South Africa, you'd find that the price has actually like gotten even lower. So converting it means you've lost money. But like, you know, the US dollar is quite more stable. Like you could change it like back and forth, it would still preserve its value, right? So yeah, that's another mistake that I made, not carrying enough cash, relying on my cards. Make sure that you bring cash. What is another thing that I made? Okay guys, not bringing clothes that are good for vacation. Like I was carrying leggings, just random stuff, and even though I was carrying quite a lot of bikinis, but I feel like next time I go there, Bali is a place where you could literally live in a bikini. So I feel like I need to pack as many bikinis as I can during my next vacation. But planning and proper research is very important, you guys. I hope this video will serve as a guide just for these few things. And also please do watch out for scams out there. There are quite a few scams that I came across. The biggest one that I came across was actually involving my accident, which is something that I will talk about in my next video. All right, but besides that, Bali is such a beautiful place, you guys. I love it there. I will go back there, and I hope that if you are watching this video and you are planning to visit, do have a blast. Also, Bali is very safe, but just take the precautions, you know, especially if you are traveling by yourself. You know, it's like, just because it's safe, it doesn't mean you should, you know, be totally like free. Like, all right, you get what I mean. I mean, you should always look out, and because, you know, anything might happen, you know, considering the fact that there are a lot of tourists there, all right? People could still like go missing and stuff, right? So just tread lightly and enjoy the experience, enjoy Bali, go to all the beach clubs, go to Fins. I will drop another video where I'm just recommending places for you to go to when you visit Bali, all right? This one was just for you to actually serve as a guide. If you are going there, what are things that you should look out for. And also, when it comes to restaurants, the restaurants are quite cheap. I'm not gonna lie, the meals are very cheap. They just charge like what, 10% service charge, and then there's usually 7% government or 17% plus taxes. But even including that, the food is quite cheap still. So, and the food is amazing flavors. I remember during the first 3 nights I was there, I only like tried out like local food, which was amazing. And it was only during towards my last few days where I was just eating like American food and all that, because I felt like I've already had enough like local food and stuff. But yeah, please do try that, and I will drop another video where I'm recommending places to visit. So if you are watching this and you are a solo traveler, good luck. I wish you all the best. And if you have happened to come across this video before your trip, please comment down below. And also, when you come back from Bali, I want you to share with us your experience. All right, thank you so much guys. That's it for me. I hope you tune in for my next video. Bye.